Welcome to today's deep dive. Today we're looking at a pretty heavy June 3rd, 2026 Global Executive Intelligence Briefing.
Yeah, there is a lot of ground to cover today.
There really is. And just a quick mandatory disclaimer before we start. The sources today contain some highly charged political and military updates. Middle East violence, divisive U.S. legislation, and the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia.
Right, very sensitive stuff.
Exactly. So we want to make it absolutely clear that we are just impartially reporting the source material's ideas. We are absolutely not taking sides or endorsing any viewpoints here.
We're just looking at the facts on the ground.
Right. And our mission today is to unpack this sort of two-speed world we're seeing, where explosive tech wealth is basically colliding head-on with devastating geopolitical conflict. Okay, let's unpack this.
It really is a massive contradiction. And, it all starts with the hardware that runs our world.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the numbers out of Asia, and they're just staggering. South Korea and Taiwan have actually leapfrogged India in global market cap rankings.
Which is wild to think about.
It's crazy. We're talking around $5 trillion for South Korea and $4.7 trillion for Taiwan.
Yeah.
And it's all driven by Samsung, SK Hynix, and TSMC. TSMC alone is like 40% of Taiwan's entire index.
Yeah, it's that old cliche, right? Selling pickaxes during a gold rush.
Exactly. But it's like...
But these pickaxes expire every 6 months.
Right, yeah.
Like, if Samsung stops innovating for even 1 quarter, they just lose the mine entirely. But what's fascinating here is why this specific hardware is suddenly so crucial right now.
Because we're kind of moving past basic generative AI, right?
Exactly. We're moving away from the AI that just, sits on your screen and writes text. We are entering the era of agentic AI.
Okay, meaning?
Meaning AI that makes actual decisions and executes physical tasks in the real world. Look at Computex. NVIDIA just announced new integrations, bringing this autonomous intelligence directly into commercial robots.
Oh, wow. But here's where it gets really interesting to me. To make a physical robot actually move, react, and, not crash into a wall in real time, it has to process a massive amount of data instantly.
Right, and that is the core issue. Memory bandwidth becomes the ultimate bottleneck here. An AI can really only think as fast as it can pull data from its memory.
So that explains the chip demand.
Yes, that's why there is this insatiable demand for high bandwidth memory or HBM chips. You simply cannot run physical agentic AI without them. And right now, South Korea and Taiwan are basically the only ones manufacturing these high-tech shovels fast enough.
But the exact same cheap processing power that lets a commercial robot navigate a warehouse autonomously, that's what allows a $500 drone to navigate 1,000 kilometers on its own.
Yeah, that's the other side of that split screen.
It is. Look at Ukraine. They executed a 1,000-plus kilometer drone strike on a St. Petersburg oil terminal. And this happened right during Russia's SPIEF economic forum, where Russian ultranationalists were actually openly threatening nuclear scenarios.
A huge embarrassment for them.
Massive. And concurrently, over in the Middle East, Kuwait intercepted 17 drones and 13 missiles from Iran amid all those failing, violent Israel-Lebanon ceasefire violations. But wait, I do have to push back here for a second.
Sure, go ahead.
We're talking about relatively cheap, off-the-shelf drone tech. Are you really saying that traditional multi-billion-dollar military infrastructure is just obsolete now?
Well, I wouldn't say obsolete, but definitely economically unsustainable.
How so?
Well, think about the math. If you were forced to fire a $2 million interceptor missile just to shoot down a $20,000 drone, the attacker wins the math every single time.
Oh, man. Yeah, that makes sense.
The barrier to entry for devastating long-range attacks has just completely plummeted. So if we synthesize this asymmetric tech warfare creates massive regional instability. A small actor can now entirely bypass established borders and strike a superpower's critical infrastructure.
And that instability bleeds straight back into the supply chain that builds the tech in the first place. Like, over in Washington, the U.S. House just passed a resolution trying to curb President Trump's war powers regarding Iran. And this is amid totally conflicting claims over whether peace talks are actually working. Meanwhile, the DR Congo just classified lithium as a strategic mineral.
Right, because the DR Congo knows that this entire AI and drone revolution basically runs on lithium batteries.
So it's a money play.
Completely. By changing its classification, they can legally force massive royalty values. They are leveraging their raw materials to capture a larger share of that explosive tech wealth.
Which hits right at home for you listening. Because when the DRC hikes lithium royalties or a drone strike disrupts shipping in the Gulf, They aren't just shifting global geopolitics.
Oh, not at all.
They're directly raising the price of the battery in the smartphone you're holding right now, or, tanking the tech stocks in your retirement account.
And this raises a really important question about leverage. We are watching tech hardware aggressively redraw both financial maps and military maps at the exact same time. The wealth boom and the global instability are entirely intertwined.
So, what does this all mean? The hardware driving the future of autonomous AI is generating literal trillions, while the weapons of asymmetric warfare are rewriting the rules of global conflict.
It's a very fragile system.
It really is. Which leaves me with one final sort of provocative thought for you to mull over. If advanced AI and long-range drones continue to democratize at this furious pace, how long until multi-trillion-dollar tech corporations are forced to build their own private defense systems just to protect their supply chains?
Yeah, that is a wild thing to think about.
It really is. Keep that split-screen reality in mind until next time.